dads and kids. They kept the fries fry and the shake shook.
Business was booming, but one young bro always seemed to be missing.
Hey, where's Joe? Eats me. I bet he's got his nose in a boat or his head in the clouds. We do all the work, but Dad likes him best. He thinks he's something special. He thinks he's a big shot. We think he's dreamy. Has anybody seen Joe? No!
And so this is how the adventure begins, on an ordinary day with an ordinary delivery, for a not-so-ordinary boy with an extraordinary dream.
I said delivery. Hey, who's in charge around here? Which one of you is Papa G?
That's her dad, but he's out of town. These are my brothers and sisters.
Alex, Kobe, Jane.
And I'm JD. I guess I'm head honcho right now.
Fine, Miss Humphrey. Fine here. This is your lunch and a supply shop. Make a lot. Soon to power.
This was a downer for the diner. They were now short-handed and short supply.
This is our last shipment, JD, and summer is our busiest time.
But we ran out of food.
Well, we're not folks. It's almost noon, and we haven't heard a beat from Joe.
Joe!
I've got to get me a nicer sounding alarm clock. Wake up. You've been sleeping on the job again. I can't help it, JD. I try to get a good night's sleep, but God keeps sending me these dreams, like the one I had last night. Here we go again. Wait, this one was the biggest dream of all. It was in CinemaScope, and Technicolor, and 3D. There was the sun and the moon, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 stars, and they were all bounding down to me. Ta-da! And my God, for that dream, I know that you'll be the boss of us. We're supposed to bow down to you in your dream, something I would say. That's delivery from Dad, Papa Jake.
Hey, Mr. Postman, look and see. Is there a letter in your bag for me?
No, but I do have a letter and parcel for a Master Joe. Master? I don't write it, I just live from Toodaloo.
Joe was only concerned with the box, but the letter was about to rock and roll JD's world.
Dad says he'll be away all summer. He's opening up at Papa Jake's West. And he's put Joe in charge here at home. And his promotion he's given him. Dad's prize leather jacket. Out of sight.
No!
That's the last straw. He thinks he's such a big deal. We've got to do something about Joe.
Joe, he's special, he's the only one with a colorful coat out of all 12 suns. Way connected to the Lord above. He's not your average Joe. Aww, we all know Joe. Whoa, yes, we all know.
morning, but the day was only getting started. A big change was blown in the wind.
Adulation can be so exhausting. I think I need a nap before lunch.
Just then, a big change drive and a woody wagon.
Unfortunately, we only have fries and steaks. Gnarly, we'll take a dozen. Each. JD, we only have enough for the Corona! No, the Huffs. I have an idea. Excuse me, Beth, who are you?
My name's Hot Dog, but my friends call me Hot Dog.
And I'm Captain Beach, but all my friends call me Captain Beach. All right, Mr. Dog, we'd like to offer you a special deal today. 2 dozen fries and steaks in exchange for giving the dreamer their only right for a point.
Okay, that seems fair. Hey, wipe out. I have snooze in the wood here on the top of the complete light with all the other circles.
Got Kirk taking off his jacket. Here you go, bro. You won't need leather or grease gold. Mine's not beach hoodies. Arrow's quite a bust.
Joe waking up from a dream about his future, but now it seemed like the dream was crashing down like waves on Ferris Point.
Whoa, where am I?
We're hitched a ride to Ferris Point.
What's that?
Well, up there, it's a whole lot of sun, and down there, it's a whole lot of sand. That's about it. It's called a beach.
But where's the diner? Where are my brothers and sisters? Where's my jacket?
They're all Splitsville, man.
Looks like your relations want to send you on a vacation.
So mellow out. You may learn to like it here.
Hang loose and hang tight,
Excuse me, have we met before?
He's so dreamy.
If this is another dream, somebody else is going to have to explain it to me.
And just when Joe felt like nobody in the world could ever feel as bad as he did, he met somebody who felt worse.
Get your ice cold drinks here. Best league refreshments on the beach. Special today at Coco's Walk-In Watering Hole.
Perfect, I'm parched. Hey, over here, I'll take one.
At your service, what would you like?
How about a great Nehi?
Don't carry it.
Bubble Up?
Nope.
RC Double Cola?
Sorry, but this is what I do have.
This? This is a plastic bottle of water. Who in their right mind has gone by a bottle of water?
No one apparently. Business has been a bit slow.
I'm sorry, here's your water bag.
Keep it. I don't have receipts anyways.
That's lucky for me. I don't have any money. I'm Joe, by the way, confused and lost.
Glad to meet you, Joe. I'm Coco. Broken step.
Looks like we both need some direction.
Yeah, I always want to help people, but I'm never sure how to go about it.
I know what you mean. My dad always said that God, that we always need to trust God with the future.
Your dad sounds like a really smart man.
He is. I sure wish he was here now. I sure could use his advice. I've got so many questions. This is a surprise. It's hard to believe. I have to wonder why this is happening to me. Do I know better? I'd like to think I do. But I know God knows what's best for me and you. Yes, I know God knows.
The Great Kahuna? His real name's Melvin, but never call him that to his face. What does he do? He pretty much runs the whole beach. Just do whatever he says.
The Great Kahuna will now question the stranger with the chief lace and public expression.
I think they mean you.
Oh, I'm honored to meet you, Mr. Kahuna. Please, you may call me Great. Thank you, Great. And you can call me Joe. So, Joe, how long have you been on this beach? I don't know. How did you get here? How long will you stay? When will you leave? I don't know. I really don't. It appears you don't know much about anything, do you, Joe? Well, me and my friend Coco were just talking about that. We're trying to trust God with all things we don't know. Oh, him. There's not much need for God on this beach. After all, we have me, Captain Shuby.
Yes, sir.
I charge this confused young man to your care. Find a job for him that will give him some sense of direction.
We'll do our best, sir.
Joe, this is Captain Shuby and Captain Shuby, my deputies. You'll be working for them now. My assistants Hang and Ten will show you the ropes. Good luck. Even with your God, you'll need it. Wow, Coco, imagine. I've been here more than a day and I already have a job.
Don't get too excited, Joe. Kahuna doesn't treat his workers very well. A lot of them say they feel like slaves.
Well, that won't be me. See? I'm going to be the best worker they've ever seen.
So, Joe, what can you do?
I've been told I can interpret dreams really well.
Oh, that's useful.
Well, since we don't got any dream interpreters at present, you'll be assigned a different position on the beach.
Like what? Will I be a VP or a CEO?
No, you're a TF. Yes, a TF.
What's a TF?
Towel folder.
And so Joe began the most many of jobs. He was way grateful for his new digs in the strange place, and he started each day by thanking God.
And so Joe tackled his new job with off-the-charts awesomeness.
As the best worker on the beach.
But some of his colleagues were jealous and falsely accused him of stealing.
Captain Shooty, Joe stole his legs and wouldn't give them back. And so he screamed.
The captains burned with anger, and they put him in the Surfside Slammer, but even in jail, God was with him.
Whatever work he's here to do, I know my God will see me through. Whatever work he says before me, my God is with me, my God is for me.
Sometime later, two vendors displeased Kahuna, the hot dog baker and snow cone bearer.
They were thrown in jail with Joe. While there, they both had dreams.
God will help me.
And soon news of Joe's abilities reached Kahuna, and he sent for him. shining over Pharaoh's Point anymore. The summer was ending, clouds were gathering, and an ill wind began to blow.
Kahuna had spent many fitful nights haunted by his dreams, and so he summoned Joe to ask for help.
It had been many months since Joe stood before the great Kahuna, needing a job and a place to stay. But now, Kahuna needed something from Joe.
So, Joe, everyone says when you hear a dream, you can interpret it. Is that so? Actually, that's not true.
It's not?
No, God is the one who interprets the dreams, not me. God will reveal what it means. I understand. It appears there is a need for God in this speech, and now I'll tell you about my dream.
And so Kahuna shared his dream with Joe. The dream was indeed strange and perplexing.
Every creature on the beach was starving, and none of the coconut trees had coconuts.
And God revealed to Joe what it meant.
The time of fun in the sun may only be for a season, and it's drawing to a close. Can't you hear the thunder in the distance? A storm is on its way, and it will cause much destruction, not only on the beach, but throughout the mainland. Food and water will be in short supply.
What can we do?
We must begin to prepare immediately.
And so we will. Captain Shuby, gather everyone together. And Joe, I'm promoting you to lifeguard. You'll direct the operation. Now, where's that girl who sells the oddly contained water?
Coco's walking on now. At your service, your Kahuna-ship.
Good, Coco. You'll set up the food and water stations. We'll need to help a lot of people once the storm has passed.
You picked the right girl for that job, sir.
I knew God had a plan for me.
Attention, everyone. It's time to stock up and hunker down. Captain Shuby, sound the alarm.
Yes, sir!
And so the storm descended on the one sunny beach, but with Joe giving directions, they knew they'd find the way to safety.
Joe, do you think we're going to make it?
My dad always said that God is closest when the hour is darkest.
Then God must be right here beside us.
That's his promise, and it's a keeper.
The storm had ended, and the sun had rose, and so did everyone's hope.
And slowly they began to rebuild their community, not on shifting sand, but this time on solid rock. When I hear, I know my God is near. He won't leave me when the storm is raging. When I hear, I know my God is near. He won't leave me when the earth is shaking. Rain or shine, He'll follow through. 'Cause all His promises are true. When I hear, oh, there's nothing to fear. I know my God is near. Yes, I know my God is near. When I call you, you will answer. In trouble, you're right there with me. No, never will I be alone. Because everywhere I go, wherever storms blow, when I hear, I know my God is near. He won't leave me when the storm is raging. When I hear, I know my God is near. He won't leave me when the earth is shaking. Rain or shine, He'll follow through. 'Cause all His promises are true. When I hear, oh, there's nothing to fear. I know my God is near. Yes, I know my God is near. No matter the weather, you're my shelter, my rock of refuge. If I'm afraid, I will call your name, and you hear me every time, because I'm your child.
Don't worry about anything, no matter what happens. God tells about everything. Ask, pray, give thanks to Him. Philippians 4:6.
When I hear, I know my God is near. He won't leave me when the storm is raging. When I hear, I know my God is near. He won't leave me when the earth is shaking. Rain or shine, He'll follow through. 'Cause all His promises are true. When I hear, oh, there's nothing to fear. I
never felt like, well, a community. They found out the harsher the winds, the stronger they stood together.
Hang and 10 helped organize a clothing cabana. Hot Dog and Mr. Snowcone ran a food pantry. And Coco could not keep enough water bottles in stock.
Both Captain Shoebies and Kahuna even helped out.
So what am I supposed to do with these towels, Shoebies?
Fold them, sir. Fold them.
And directing them all was Joe. He was more than just a lifeguard on the beach. Now even people from the mainland was hearing that there were food and supplies at the beach because of Joe.
Everyone now called him Governor. Quite a change for the dreamer from the drive-in.
In fact, he had a hard time remembering that former life until one day that former life arrived.
It was the crew from Papa Jake's Fries and Shakes, and they were hungry.
Welcome to the Sparrow Queen, everyone. Looks like you traveled a long way.
We used to run a drive-in up north. These are my brothers. We're real hungry. We're heard you had supplies to share.
We do. I'm sure we can help you.
You just talk to our governor. He'll make sure he's on it.
Now Joe is seated high up on his lifeguard tower, and as soon as he saw his brothers, he recognized them.
But they didn't know he was Joe. He was tan, his clothes were different, and the sun was in their eyes.
But then Joe came down from his lifeguard tower stand to talk to them.
I see you have traveled a long way. Have you come to find food?
Yes, Governor, we had the Sparrow now completely gone. We had a drive-in restaurant up north, but the storm completely destroyed it.
I'm sorry, was anyone hurt?
No, everybody made it out in time. We heard that someone in the stomach come and say many supplies. We're hoping we might buy some.
Oh, no, sir. Our food is free.
Free? This is my assistant Coco. She's in charge of the food and water station.
I'm pleased to meet you.
I'm afraid we might not have any extra food at this time.
Governor, what are you saying?
Please come back in the morning and we'll give you our decision.
We understand. Thank you, sir. We'll see you in the morning.
This was a turn of events that Joe did not expect. He was deeply surprised to see his family after so much time, and even more surprised how it made him feel.
Joe, why did you say that? We have more than enough food and pledge to help any stranger in need.
They're not strangers, Coco. They're my brothers.
Your brothers? You told me they never wanted to see you again, and that they sent you away while your father was out of town.
That's all true. But that was when that summer first started. They seem to have changed.
They didn't recognize you.
No, I'm sure I've changed as well.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. The sun is just set. Maybe I'll just sit down on the beach and count the stars for a while. I used to be really good at that once.
Counting stars, huh? You know that might be a little easier on top of your lifeguard tower.
No, I think I can see God more clearly down here.
But you're on your knees.
Exactly. I've been praying. I'm starting to realize that even though my brothers and sisters did something terrible to me, God must have wanted to use it for good.
You're right, Joe. God had a plan for your family. He brought you here to provide them and us with food, save all our lives. I think you know what God wants you to say to your family, Joe.
Yes, I do know. God has forgiven all the wrong things I've done. That makes me want to forgive my brothers and sisters.
They are the ones who sent you here, Joe, but it was God at work all along, and I can see He's at work in you too, helping you forgive.
to do.
Many had come that morning to ask for food. Groups of friends, several families, and an older man who came asking for a whole village up north.
But they waited patiently as JD and his siblings stood once again before the governor.
Thank you for seeing us again this morning, sir. We hope you've reconsidered our request.
I had to take stock of many things last night, but our storage house is full, overflowing actually, and so I am happy to give you whatever you need.
Oh, thank you, sir. We'll spread the word that the governor is the most generous ruler in the land.
No, JD, I'm not who you think I am. I'm not a ruler. I'm not even from this beach.
You're not?
It's me, Joe, the brother you sent to Pharaoh's Point so many months ago.
I don't believe it. So, please forgive us.
Yo, wonder what happened to you. JD said he would teach us a lesson.
I've learned many lessons. JD,
Yes?
come, please stand, my brother. Come close to me.
And so Joe descended the tower and approached his family he had not seen for so long. They were terrified, but Joe's word was full of kindness and love.
It was God who sent me to save the lives of people on the beach, people on the mainland, and especially your lives. Remember how Great-Grandpa Abe used to say that the whole world would be blessed through our family?
I do remember. Forgive us, Joe, what we did with Pharaoh.
Yes, your actions were meant to hurt, but God meant them for good. Now tell me about our father. Is he still living? Did he survive the storm?
Indeed, he did.
The man who had come asking for a whole village up north was none other man than Papa Jake himself.
Papa Jake, we didn't know what happened to you.
After I came home, after the storm, I came home, the restaurant was gone. So were you guys. I prayed that you found some place safe to stay. And I heard there was this very wise man who stored food, and everyone who came to him was saved.
No, Papa. It was God who interpreted the dreams. It was God who told us to store food, and it was God who saved lives. God has been with me all of this time, just like he's also been with you.
He brought us back together again.
Papa Jake, I welcome you and your very interesting family to this beach.
Yo, who's that?
His real name's Melvin, but never call him that to his face.
I think you should load up what's left of your fries and shakes and move here. You can build your new establishment right next to my hut.
Papa Jake's Fries and Shakes South.
You and your family are invited to live on the best part of the beach and enjoy plenty of fun in the sun.
I couldn't say it better myself.
His story is far from over. For Joe's just a preview of the great son that was one day born into his family.
His name is Jesus, and like Joseph, he was loved by his father, hated by his brothers, and was surrounded by evil people who intended to harm him.
He was nailed to the cross, but like God intended Joseph's suffering, God intended Jesus' suffering to accomplish the greatest good of all time.
Our salvation!
Sunny and those days feel just like summer and everything is easy and the weather's fine.
Some days are harder than others, and those days sometimes you can wonder if it ends this way. Are we gonna be alright?
We know God works all things together, and our God is faithful forever. When something was meant to hurt, our God can turn it to good. Even when things are as bad as they seem, we know God works in all things.
We know what God has done for us, called according to his purpose. Romans 8:28.